the youngest person on our panel here today, and she actually is a senior at university, and she's a psychology student who has put a lot of study. Her emphasis is on sexual abuse, and so we're happy to have a young person here with us today to add some of their insight.
Thank you. As Nicolene said, I am the youngest, so all my notes are on my phone. So just excuse me for that. Now, so in this resource guide that we're going to share with you all, you're going to see a lot of numbers. 1 in 4 girls are sexually abused before they turn 18. 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused before they turn 18. And for every report we get of sexual abuse, there are an estimated 2 children who don't report their sexual abuse for multiple reasons: to protect someone they love, because they are afraid of what will happen, because they just don't know that it's wrong. That's the only thing that they know. And so we are missing millions of children that are being abused. No one knows about it. No one knows that they should help them. And a lot of these kids don't know that they should be helped. And so what we're trying to do, what our panel seeks to do, what all of us, I think, here seek to do, is to put a stop to these trends, to replace them with a big fat 0, to make it so that childhood sexual abuse is no longer a reality. And there are a lot of questions about how to do this. I think we've already posed that question here. You know, what is the best way then to help these children? We know that this is happening, so how do we stop it? How do we prevent it from ever happening? And it is startling to me to hear about comprehensive sexual education as an answer. Because I know, Nicolene didn't mention, I do work, so I am a psychology student. I'm focusing on sexual abuse prevention. I also work in a local crisis center in my community as a child advocate. So every day I work with children who are being sexually abused, who have been abused. And when people think of this, they picture me sitting down with these kids, and it's kind of a happy scene. You know, I'm comforting them and this really tough time they're going through, and I'm counseling them, I'm helping them to kind of move forward. What people don't realize is that most of my work as a child advocate, as someone who fights for children, is done with their parents. Most of my work is done talking to these parents about how to stop this, how to keep it from ever happening again. How do you keep it from ever happening to the rest of your children? How do you help this child to recover and to move forward? What can you do? Because you're the one that's next to them every day. The fact is, they're not going to see me again after today. It's not very likely. And so, a lot of people hear that. When I started that job, I wondered, why don't I work more with the kids? If this is the hardest day of the kid's life, why am I not with this child to protect them? Because the fact is, and this is how it is done in every child advocacy center in this country, we talk to parents because supportive parents who are educating their children about safety and prevention is the best predictor of a child recovering. It is the best predictor we have of a child growing up to lead a happy, healthy, normal life. And that is what we are looking for. That is what we want. And so I think, this is what I can offer as someone who has lived it and as someone who works in it now every single day. These kids, what we need are parents who are not afraid to speak up. And it is hard because we don't know what to say. And that's kind of what we're hoping to do, is to help parents, to give everyone what they need to be able to talk to their children, because they are the best line of defense for their children. That is the reality. There are exceptions, but those are not the rule. It is the reality with my story. It is the reality of the stories that I hear every day. If our goal is to put a stop to child sexual abuse, then we need to reconsider the direction that we are headed. Our goal should not be comprehensive sexual education. Our goal should be to empower our children, to give them the tools that they need to become the heroes of their own story. And there is no one better to do that than the people who love them and who are at their side every day. So in empowering them, I am making a call for us to empower parents to give their children the knowledge and the education that they need. Thank you.